Hey Books! Welcome into our Cancer Leo Love Tarot reading here for November 2025. I thank you guys so much for being on this side of the channel and for all your love and support. And I do hope that this message will serve you well throughout the month. Ahead, I was getting a really beautiful message here for you, Cancer Leo energies. And keep in mind, this can resonate for your 4th and 5th house placements. This can also resonate for wherever you have Cancer and Leo in your chart, okay? But I was getting that there is a happily ever after for you. Your happily ever after is about to happen. Something that was once dead is now about to come alive. A new chapter is beginning either within a relationship you're already a part of, or a new chapter of relationships, like a new person, new lover is coming in, and it will lead to that happily ever after. That gives breaking generational cycles, power couple energy, reciprocity, like somebody who matches you. Now, others of y'all, I feel like these are answered prayers about a relationship that you are part of. Something that was either feeling like it was at a dead end or kind of stuck, stagnant, and stale, not going anywhere. Maybe you prayed, maybe you set your intentions, maybe you were working with your energies to really try to elevate the connection that you're in. And I think you're about to see that elevation happen in real time, okay? It was a very warm feeling in the heart I was getting, very like, finally, we made it. Finally, we're on the same page, or finally, this is this person for me. Like, this is the one. Finally met that person. Okay, so that's exciting. You got a lot of beautiful love energy surrounding you right now, Cancer Leos. Okay, Divine Universe, thank you so much for that beautiful channeled energy. During the meditation, what does Cancer Leo need to know about this new chapter? Yeah, I can't make it up. Somebody has clarity. Someone has either learned how to love themselves enough to where you no longer tolerate the things you once tolerated. You now know your worth. You now know your value. And or somebody has mastered self-love within a connection. Yeah, I can't make it up. Ready for love. Timing issues. Okay, if it's felt like the wrong time, that's about to change. Yeah, you have a gift and an offer of a connection coming in. I can't make it up. Happily ever after and secrets. Okay. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Can I get one more here for Cancer Leos? Thank you. And control issues. Okay. Okay. Main attraction, right? Some of y'all are attracting in your happily ever after. So whatever you're doing to magnetize your energy, love yourself, stand in your authority, in your sovereignty, please continue to do that because it is working, okay? It's either clearing out some fog that might have been happening, like if this is a destined kind of relationship and connection, like written in the stars type of a deal, or in your Akashic records, it's a part of your blueprint in this lifetime to have this love. Whoever was tied into this with you could be seeing things clearly for the first time. I also get, I keep going back and forth. So there's two strong timelines here. I get that someone that you might already be in a relationship with is starting to see what you've been saying, what you've been asking for. Like, it's starting to click. It's starting to make sense as to how y'all both can get to this happily ever after. Okay. Okay, let me do a frame check just to make sure. Oh, period. Okay, we can lift this up a little. Lift that up a little. Now, the secrets and control issues. It's giving me a lack of self-control. Okay? It's giving me... Okay. Thank you, Divine. Yeah. Somebody on the other end of this energy, and it could be you here, my members, take it only as it resonates, apply it where it fits for you. But somebody in this energy was struggling with control, wanting things to happen at a certain time, or, you know, this needs to happen by then. I want to be doing this by this time. Very maybe goal oriented. Okay. And or somebody in this energy was struggling with being able to control themselves. So very impulsive, maybe still a little immature in their, thank you, Divine, in their viewpoint of love. Immature in their viewpoint of love. So they didn't get the happily ever after. They didn't understand what you were talking about. So you've had a conversation about your happily ever after with this person, and or you've been talking to the divine. Yeah, period. 3 of Cups. You've been talking to the divine about what your happily ever after will look like. I think somebody was trying to control this situation. Yeah, I can't make it up. By trying to control the situation, you'll only slow down your answered prayers. Let the divine take the lead. That was the struggle. You know what else I'm getting? Somebody was struggling with their faith. Clearly you're here. So you have that connection to the divine. You are in that spiritual path, whatever that looks like for you. Somebody was having a hard time seeing themselves in that same energy. Somebody was struggling with God, the concept of God, the idea of God. Does God exist? Is source real? What is this? Do I believe? Somebody maybe didn't believe in a higher power, like that kind of control issue. Where I'm feeling here from you, my members, you might be very like faith-led, like, oh, I'll give it to God. I let the divine handle it. I let the universe take care of it. I let nature run its course, right? Like very in that ethereal energy, etheric energy. Somebody was struggling to reach that height or to tap into that for themselves. And they felt like that was necessary in order to be in this happily ever after. So you might have even like shared your vision for the future, and it was hard for this person to see because of their control issues. Yeah, this is someone who definitely was not about surrendering to the divine and let go and let God. Nah, like, you know, they're gonna have to make it happen. This gives very, very typical masculine energy. Okay, so there's a masculine in this vibe who is having maybe a come to God moment. Cancer, Leos is finally understanding how God works, how source works, how the creator works, how the universe works, however you name it. Yeah, this is someone who maybe has had their own battles and their own wounds when it comes to spirituality. This person could have a Chiron in Sagittarius or a Chiron in Pisces. Struggling to believe in the vastness of the universe, in the benevolence of the universe, that there are forces of good. So this could be somebody who's gone through a lot of trauma. Yeah. And the truth of the matter is this person is feeling called to connect with you in that spiritual way. So whether this is happening with this person outside of you and they're going to come in with this connection already intact, or you're witnessing the transformation of someone's spiritual life in a relationship you're already in, either way, it's an answered prayer. Either way, it's an answered prayer. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, that's the clarity. Thank you, Divine. Ooh. That's the clarity, but that's not the deck we're supposed to be using here. Hold on. Maybe I'll just go with it because I reached for it. Okay, we're going to get tarot out and then we'll use, yeah, okay, we'll do it like that. Tell me more about this clarity. So we saw the Ace of Pentacles. Someone knows that you're worth the time, the energy, and the investment. Someone knows that their pentacle would be safe with you. Yeah, can't make it up. Someone's having an enlightenment. Someone is starting to see what was always right in front of them. And the Ace of Pentacles comes right back out again. You're the abundance. Or you know what? This could have even been somebody who, and I'm kind of getting this a little bit heavy, and maybe this is more of a collective vibe, but this could be somebody who was secretly either envious or resentful around your connection to Source because they were having a hard time conceptualizing God. They were having a hard time surrendering their heart, opening up their mind beyond what they were conditioned to believe. And or maybe at one point they really did believe, but life started happening, things outside of their control started happening, maybe disappointments, maybe pain. I'm getting death. I'm seeing the death card. So it's like, if God was real, then why did they kill my best friend? Why did they do, you see what I'm saying? Like, why would all these terrible things happen? That kind of struggle that someone was at secretly. But it's like they're having an awakening and an awareness shift. That God is love. Love is God. Love is source of all. Love is the foundation of everything. So however far away they've pulled themselves from love is the distance that they feel with this higher power kind of a thing. So someone's kind of getting the clues, like filling in some blanks here. Okay. And I think they're ready for love now. Yeah, Empress energy. I think you are too. This is two people who are ready for the same thing, meeting at the right time, and or if you're already in a relationship with this person, this is somebody seeing you as this Empress. You've given them the room and the space to figure out this control thing that they have, or whatever this spiritual enlightenment is. It's like someone really admires you, Cancer, Leo. That's what you need to know. They admire your strength. Exactly. Yeah. 4 of Cups. Oh my goodness. No matter how many times I clean this deck, child, it's just always gonna have some soot on it. All right. It's just because I clean the decks with smoke, so it just happens. But someone's admiring your strength. The strength of your self-love. What's this timing issue? Thank you. Yeah. Maybe this is a financial thing for this person too. Maybe somebody felt like they didn't have enough to offer you. Someone sees you as this Empress, almost maybe goddess-like, and they know they have to come in with an offering, but they don't know if it was enough. Okay, this feels like another timeline coming in. Yeah. But they dream about happily ever after with you. They have visions of it with the 4 of Swords. When they're relaxed and at peace and feeling really good, you come to mind, Cancer, Leo. Yeah, Page of Wands. So this is somebody who's maybe secretly attracted to you. You might not know this. This person could be a lot closer to you than you think, Cancer, Leo. But their control issues is what was keeping them from coming in, and the divine is calling judgment on that, period. The Hangman in judgment, yeah. The divine is on that, but when it comes to this energy, somebody is absolutely secretly attracted to you, whether you're aware of that or not. For some of y'all, others of y'all, this is a re-spark that's happening in a connection. Clarify the Hangman with the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I cannot make it up. Like I said, somebody didn't see it. How do I want to do this now that we've switched this up? Okay, we'll line it up like that. Somebody didn't see it. And it wasn't that they didn't see you, and or maybe that was the case. I feel like they couldn't see the divinity. They were having a very hard time maybe with opening their crown chakra, or just kind of surrendering to the idea of a higher power. It keeps coming out like that. Yeah, come on now, sunshine. Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah, somebody is absolutely feeling the fire here for you, or super attracted to you. Somebody feels like you were in this light energy and they were in the dark, which is why they kept what they felt for you a secret for somebody. The Sun and the Page of Pentacles. Yeah. Somebody wanted to be a bit more successful, or they felt... they felt kind of small being next to you here, Cancer, Leo. Okay, there wants to come out. Sorry. I tried to put that back because I didn't intend or ask the intention for it, but it wants to be here. Yeah, somebody's definitely... and there's the Death card I was seeing, period. Thank you, Divine. And the Nine of Pentacles. Right. Right. Something had to be perfect in this person's world in order to come in for you. And they're realizing that they maybe have delayed this union or delayed this connection in some way, shape, or form because of that desire for perfection. This also tells me that what was keeping someone back was the fact that they were struggling to let go of the past. Okay, that wants to be on the floor. They were struggling to let go of the past here, Cancer Leos. Something about their attraction for you has transformed them. I also get, if this is, again, a connection that already exists, you're already with this person, no matter what changes and what shifts, that Page of Wands energy is still there. And that could be the key factor as to why this person's awakening to the abundance between y'all. Like, no matter, it's almost like no matter how hard they try to look at a different way, no matter how hard they try to be like, okay, maybe this isn't right, maybe this isn't good, maybe we need to break up, maybe we did, blah, 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 they still have that Page of Wands for you. And it's like someone has finally sat with that, with this Hangman. The Divine has held this person upside down, like you're looking at it the wrong way. That Page of Wands is the sign and the signal that something is there, right? Like that there's something to explore here. Okay, tell me about the Hangman, the Ace of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and Page of Cups. What's going on with clarity and self? Yeah, arguments in reverse. I just wish we had healthier communication between us instead of all this unnecessary conflict and bickering, but it's in reverse. Someone is ready to put their guard down. Somebody maybe is starting to see that they were getting, again, they were getting in the way of this. Their control issues is what was causing these arguments, but you've stood in love here. Kudos to you. Despite the kind of rough energy this person was kind of bringing towards you, it's like you stood in love and let them sort themselves out. Tell me more about Ace of Pentacles, Empress, Page of Cups, Devil energy. Oh, okay. Abusive. I know you don't deserve to be treated like this, but I'm acting out a pattern of abuse that is really deeply rooted in me. Exactly. Okay. Okay, and I think that is catered towards y'all who are in a relationship with someone where their inability to regulate their own emotions, again, surrender to the divine. They don't fully believe in that fully just yet. They're starting to, though. But that's what was creating this conflict between y'all. Okay? And they know you deserve to be treated better. And it's almost like they get caught up in that energy and then maybe they get aggressive or whatever it is that they do. Now, keep in mind, I pray that it's not physical abuse, right? I really do pray that. And I'm not feeling it as physical abuse. I'm feeling it as like silent treatment or being kind of petty or emotionally abusive, right? Saying things to hurt you intentionally, doing that kind of thing. That's the pattern that they're acting out. So I feel it's more verbally abusive, which is still not okay. Still not okay, right? And I'm not telling you to love someone who's verbally abusing you or abusing you at all. Not at all. But I think what this person has come to realize is that's what they've been holding on to. That's what's been hard to sacrifice. That's what's been hard to let go of. You could remind this person of their mother. Yeah, vulnerability fell out on the floor. You could remind this person of their mother. And if they have mommy issues, yeah, you're in that Cancer or Leo vibe, then for sure you're going to always give, especially if this isn't a love placement for you, like your Venus, your Jupiter, your Mars, your Moon, your Lilith. You're going to give mama, big mama energy, right? I think this person has unfortunately been taking out their disgruntled energy towards their own mother, towards you. And I think the divine is yanking them up by their ankles. Like, hold on, you're not about to do that to mine, okay? Not to my child. So let's get your stuff together. This is what I mean. The divine has their grip or their hold on this person. Some of y'all could be healing from abusive situations, freeing yourself from that belief that you deserved to be treated in those ways, especially if this was from a young age. But that self-love is shining through so much with that Ace of Pentacles that even if that was the case, if you come from an abusive background, you have learned how to love yourself. So now you know that that's not okay. And you're not going to tolerate that anymore, even if you've been doing this healing while being in a connection. I don't know why that keeps coming through, so take it again as it resonates. This could be one of those situations where you get into the healthy relationship after the abusive one, so you're going to have to recognize your own patterns and coping mechanisms to rewire your nervous system to feel safe. Okay, tell me about the Empress, the Page of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Sun. Yeah, communication, period. So where there was a lack of communication, and like I said, this feels more like verbal abuse more than anything. Secrets again being here. There's something I haven't been completely honest with you about. I'm grateful for the way we listen to each other without judgment. I think this person is learning how to communicate better and is starting to see how their communication style was abusive and mirrored maybe the abuse that they went through. Again, Venus is in Scorpio. We have Chiron in retrograde. Jupiter's about to go retrograde. Y'all, it's just going to get deep. It's going to be very, very deep, okay? But what I'm loving about this energetic alignment right now is that this feels like the point of no return for a lot of souls, a lot of energies, where the healing that happens in this phase, I feel like over the next 4 to 5 months, the healing that happens, the revelations that comes through, the clarity that starts to set in, the truth that then is accepted, sets everybody on this new chapter, this new cycle, raises the collective consciousness. So it's like you kind of got to go low in order to go higher. And that's what this feels like in this person's energy here, Cancer Leo. This person has gone low, or they might be at their lowest, but it's only because the divine is trying to take them higher. And I'm getting a lot of throat chakra activity now. Yeah. Okay. Tell me about this Page of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, Sun energy, 3 of Swords. Synergy, yeah. I'm trying to tell y'all. And laughter. That's that Page of Wands. This is what I mean. There's always still this very childlike vibe. And that could be it. Again, if you remind this person of their mother, or you might have triggered some mother wounds for this person, they reverted into childlike behavior when it came to you. And so in the same way that it might feel like your inner children play well together, there also was maybe that glimpse of what this person's inner child went through. So I'm hearing you're being accused of things that you're not doing, like, oh, you're trying to hurt me, oh, you're trying to do this, and you see, like, that's that inner child in protective mode. This person could be really battling a lot of insecurities right now. So again, they're getting the clarity from the divine. The divine has this person hanging upside down by their ankles right now, so that they can see how they've been the abusive force, how they need to learn new ways of communication so that this synergy can happen, or that it can continue, or that it can pick back up. So this could even be a connection where y'all were in sync, very tight, and then something shifted. I heard in the cosmos. So something in the cosmos brought up some healing, brought up some pain, brought up some shadow work for this person. And they might be at the tail end of that work. They might be seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So if you've seen this person through this dark era or this darker energy, what you're going to experience in your connection on the other side of it is going to be a total elevation of what was there before. This synergy and this laughter. Okay, can I get one for Page of Wands, Judgment, Death, and the Nine of Pentacles? Yeah, this person has been called to look at themselves. Nine of Pentacles. I can't make it up. Responsible. The divine is telling this person, no, 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 no. It's not Cancer, Leo. It's not my member. You are responsible for your communication style. You are responsible to not repeat these abusive cycles. You are responsible for maintaining some sort of peace. It's not just on Cancer, Leo to do. For some of y'all, this is what's happening before this person comes towards you, and they're looking back and they're being shown how they were the abusive force in all these previous connections. And this is why the divine has them up by their ankles, because they cannot come in this energy towards you. Responsible. I've got a good head on my shoulders. You can count on me. Right. They had to see how they weren't dependable. Yeah. This person with the sun and the devil and the death, this person's having an ego check. Like I said, somebody could have been trying to blame you as to why something wasn't working. And it's like, oh, no, no, no. The divine is like, look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Don't use Cancer, Leo as a mirror. Look at yourself. Be responsible for your own control issues, for your secrets, for your timing issues, for this poor or lack of communication. Get better. Yeah, because Cancer, Leo is a good catch. I'm everything you've been looking for and more. Like I said, somebody sees that very clearly now. So what was blinding this person was their own pain around a mother figure. That seems very, very specific. So they wouldn't allow themselves to get close to any feminine energy. The feminine energy within themselves they rejected. It was just like, don't trust, I can't trust, so much pain there. And now someone's being healed from that, which is very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. So what else does this person want Cancer, Leo to know, or what does Cancer, Leo need to hear from this new love, this same love, whoever they are in this happily ever after dynamic with, or will be? What is this happily ever after energy you want to say to Cancer, Leo? I didn't know what love felt like until you came along. Let me tell you. Abusive, right? Watching you move on is killing me, but I want what's best for you. Yeah. I think you stood your ground. You were like, look, I will take all this beautiful abundance in my soul, all this lovely Empress energy, and skedaddle. If you don't learn how to talk to me, if you don't learn how to get that under control, if you gotta check yourself before you wreck yourself. Somebody was wrecking themselves. For real. And again, someone knows that you don't deserve that, but again, they didn't. The divine had to come in and push them into this healing. Okay. What else wants to be said here? Whoa. You're my everything. You're the only one I see. What else does this happily ever after want to say to Cancer, Leo? What was that? I love you more than I let on. That's the secret. Yeah. Like I said, somebody tried to accuse you of like doing things and cheating or whatever, or like being mean and oh, you're doing that and da da da. That's, you know what, I'm gonna tell you something. That's what they wish they could say to their mama. This is somebody who didn't have the courage to stand up to their own mother, but they take it out on the women or the feminine energies they come across. So whatever sort of resentment viewpoint they have of their mom, they automatically filter every feminine energy through that. You're the first thing I think about when I open my eyes. And I'm afraid you'll forget about me, but I wouldn't blame you. You're the best thing that's happened to me. Yeah. I want to get some more for y'all. What else does this happily ever after want to say? Thank you. I'm going through, I can't make it up. I'm going through a dark night of the soul and need space. Yep. No matter how hard I try, my thoughts always sway back to you. Okay. Let's get a couple more. Yeah, like I said, this person is in their lowest of lows. I can't keep going on without you. Maybe someone thought that they could. Like I said, for some of y'all, this is someone that's close to you, who's been secretly really in love with you, but fighting that love because they maybe didn't believe in it. Again, like I said, thank you, Divine, for that full circle. Like I said at the beginning, God is love. So if they were struggling with their faith, they're absolutely struggling with the idea of real love. Yet it was standing right in front of them, or it was right in front of their face, or it was right there available to them. It's been there the whole time. I think that's the kind of coming to, I just heard breaking down. Someone's breaking down. Because they maybe never felt tied into love. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Sorry about that, y'all. Got a little visit from my pooper. Okay, he got a fresh little cut in a bubble bath today. So he is feeling himself. But he wants to come in and wreak havoc in this room, and I'm not having it, okay? He get a little fresh with himself, but it makes me happy to see you thriving, even though it's without me, right? And I can't keep pretending that I'm okay without you. That's the secret. I honestly feel like this could have been a friend. For some of y'all, this could have been a friend. I just heard who's always wanted you. And that's been the secret. But they were trying to convince themselves that they could do life without you, you know. I think this person had maybe very low self-esteem, or just a very distorted own view of themselves. Again, there's a lot that was going on with this person. So they didn't really feel like they were enough for you, or they knew, again, like, you don't deserve what I know I put people through. So this is someone who was maybe very self-aware, or is starting to become very self-aware. But I kind of feel like the divine is working with them. I don't know how close this is to coming in for you. I just would continue to be the main attraction energy here, Cancer, Leo. And allow this person to go through their dark night. Because they're learning how to be responsible for themselves. And that's probably a very big key to what you need in a partner. Someone who's not going to blame you for something that's in their control. Yeah, this person is shaping up. Okay? They're shaping up. I feel like in your heart, you maybe already know who this is. Trust that energy. Trust that thought. Trust that feeling. But continue to be the main attraction. Continue on your self-love journey. You are absolutely ready for love. And you will again have a happily ever after, whether it is with this person or maybe someone else, okay? Like, again, it makes me happy to see you thriving, even if it's without me. This could be somebody who, because of their struggles, might have to watch you be loved in the way you deserve to be loved. And I think that's a really, again, another collective consciousness theme. Thank you, Divine. There are a lot of soul contracts that are closing out. And those that did not keep their end of the bargain in those soul contracts are going to have to watch someone fill their shoes. Alrighty, my loves, I'm going to leave it there. I thank you guys so much for being here as always. I really do appreciate you. If you want to go deeper into this, you want a personal reading, those are again available at cuspofroses.com. That's linked down below. Check out the merch store. Almost everything that was shown in the new merch drop video should be available to purchase. I am going to get your members only links up soon. Okay, I just have to do some finishing touches on those, so those will be out. But I thank y'all for all your love and support. Okay, and I'll see you in our next one, my loves. Namaste.